The 10-cent euro coin of Spain, dated 1999, holds a significant place in modern European monetary history, as it represents not just a national coin but also a shared currency that united multiple European nations under one economic system. The euro itself was introduced in 1999 as a book and electronic currency, with physical notes and coins entering circulation later in January 2002. Spain, being a member of the European Union and part of the Economic and Monetary Union, was among the first countries to adopt the euro. However, national mints began striking euro coins as early as 1999 in preparation for the official launch, which is why Spanish euro coins from 1999 exist even though they were not released into daily circulation until 2002. The Spanish 10-cent euro coin of 1999 is composed of a Nordic gold alloy, which is actually a mixture of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite the name, Nordic gold, the coin contains no actual gold. Rather, the alloy was chosen for its durability, resistance to tarnish, and its distinctive golden color that makes the 10, 20, and 50-cent coins easily distinguishable from other denominations. The diameter of the 10-cent coin is 19.75 millimeters, its thickness is 1.93 millimeters, and it weighs 4.1 grams. Its edges are finely milled with smooth segments, a detail that helps both in tactile recognition and security against counterfeiting. One of the most important aspects of euro coinage is that while one side, known as the common reverse, is identical across all Eurozone countries and shows the denomination within a map of Europe, the other side, known as the national obverse, is designed by each participating country. For Spain, the national side of the 10-cent coin minted between 1999 and 2009 featured a portrait of Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, the legendary Spanish writer most famous for his classic novel Don Quixote de la Mancha. Cervantes, often referred to as the father of the modern novel, was chosen as a symbol of Spanish culture, literature, and creativity. The inscription, España, Spain, and the year of minting, in this case 1999, surround his portrait, alongside the 12 stars of the European Union. This design reflects Spain's pride in its cultural heritage while also emphasizing its belonging within the broader European community. The year 1999 itself is historically significant for euro coinage because it marks the very first year in which euro coins were minted. Although the public did not handle them until 3 years later, they were produced in vast quantities during this preparatory phase so that the transition from the Spanish peseta to the euro could be smooth and immediate in 2002. Spanish mints worked diligently to strike millions of these coins, ensuring that when the switchover happened, every citizen would have enough currency available for everyday transactions. Coins like the 10-cent euro with the date 1999 are often regarded as pre-introduction issues or transitional coins. Collectors value them because they are from the earliest stage of euro production and thus have a certain historical charm. When Spain officially replaced the peseta with the euro on January 1, 2002, these coins entered circulation and quickly became part of daily life. For many Spanish citizens, handling these golden-colored coins marked the tangible reality of European integration, as they could use the same currency when traveling across other Eurozone countries such as France, Germany, Italy, and beyond. This eliminated the need for currency exchange during travel and simplified trade across Europe. The euro thus became not just money but also a political and cultural symbol of unity. From a collector's perspective, the 1999 Spanish 10-cent euro coin is intriguing. While it is not rare in terms of mintage, since millions were produced, early-date euro coins, especially those from the first year of minting, hold sentimental and historical value. They represent the dawn of a new economic era in Europe. The obverse design of Cervantes was later modified in 2010 with slight changes in the lettering and layout to meet updated European Commission guidelines, which makes the earlier version from 1999-2009 distinctive and collectible. Beyond its numismatic interest, the coin also reflects the broader political vision of the European Union at the turn of the millennium. The euro was intended not only as a financial tool but also as a step toward deeper European integration. Spain, which had undergone significant economic modernization and democratic development after the end of the Franco dictatorship in the 1970s, saw the euro as both a confirmation of its place in Europe and an opportunity for economic growth. The 10-cent euro coin of 1999, therefore, is not merely a piece of metal but a token of Spain's participation in a historic continental project. Over the years, millions of these coins have circulated, passing from hand to hand in markets, shops, and households, carrying with them the legacy of Cervantes, the optimism of a united Europe, and the practical convenience of a stable common currency. Even today, collectors and historians look back at these early euro issues as milestones of modern European history, representing both economic unity and cultural pride. This is a full-long 10-minute style history in detailed English, focused on the 1999 Spain 10-cent euro. 10-cent euro coin minted in 1999 is one of the earliest representatives of Europe's landmark monetary reform. At the close of the 20th century, European leaders were striving to build not just a political union but also an economic one, and the euro was designed as the single currency to bind the continent more closely together. Spain, having joined the European Union in 1986, became an enthusiastic supporter of this shared financial future. The minting of Spanish euro coins in 1999 was a preparation step for the official transition, marking Spain's readiness to abandon the peseta, its long-standing national currency, in favor of the euro. Physically, the coin is modest in size and value, yet highly symbolic. The Spanish 10-cent euro coin weighs 4.1 grams, is struck in Nordic gold, and is easily recognized by its golden hue. Its design places it in the middle tier of the euro coin series, larger than the copper-colored 1, 2, and 5-cent coins, yet smaller than the 20 and 50-cent coins. These practical details allowed citizens to distinguish values quickly, an important consideration when introducing an entirely new currency to millions of people simultaneously. The alloy itself was selected not for prestige but for its reliability. It resists corrosion, maintains a bright golden appearance, and is difficult to counterfeit, which made it ideal for high-volume circulation. The reverse side of every 10-cent euro coin across Europe is identical, showing a map of Europe and the denomination, reflecting the common identity of the Eurozone. However, the obverse side, the national design, gives each country the opportunity to highlight its cultural heritage. Spain chose the iconic literary figure Miguel de Cervantes, an author who revolutionized literature with Don Quixote, often regarded as the first modern novel. The decision to feature Cervantes was deliberate. While other countries placed monarchs, politicians, or architectural monuments on their coins, Spain elevated the image of a writer. This served to underline Spain's historic contributions to world culture, literature, and creativity. Surrounding Cervantes are the 12 stars of the European Union, representing harmony among the member states, as well as the word, España, and the mint year, in this case 1999. The year 1999 is noteworthy because it was the very beginning of euro coin production, even though the coins would not circulate until 2002. This gap of 3 years allowed mints to produce enough currency for a smooth transition and gave governments time to educate citizens about the coming change. Spanish mints produced millions of 10-cent coins dated 1999, storing them until the grand launch of the euro. When they finally entered circulation, they became part of daily life not just in Spain but across the Eurozone, since all euro coins are legal tender in every participating country. A traveler from Spain could buy coffee in France or pay for transport in Italy using the very same coin, which was revolutionary compared to the old system of constantly exchanging currencies. For Spaniards, the introduction of the euro represented more than financial convenience. It was also a confirmation that their nation was firmly embedded in the European project, a community of peace and cooperation after centuries of conflict in Europe. Holding a 10-cent coin with Cervantes' face was a reminder that Spain had something unique to contribute to Europe's shared identity, its literary and cultural brilliance. The image of Cervantes alongside the EU stars symbolized both national pride and European unity. Collectors have often been drawn to the 1999 dated Spanish euro coins because they represent the very first year of issue. Although not rare, since huge numbers were minted, they remain historically significant. For numismatists, such coins are not valuable primarily in terms of money but in terms of their story. They capture a transitional moment, the end of the peseta, which had served Spain for over a century, and the birth of a new currency that crossed borders and cultures. The fact that the design was slightly revised in 2010, with adjustments to lettering and proportions to follow updated EU standards, means that the 1999 version stands out as the original design, a snapshot of the euro's earliest stage. From an economic perspective, the euro helped Spain integrate more closely into European markets. The common currency removed exchange rate fluctuations, reduced transaction costs for businesses, and made Spain more attractive to investors. For everyday citizens, using the 10-cent coin was a small but constant reminder of belonging to a larger union, whether they were buying bread at the market or traveling abroad. Coins like this bridge the abstract idea of European integration with the practical routines of ordinary life. Today, more than 2 decades after its minting, the Spanish 10-cent coin of 1999 still circulates, though many pieces have been collected, stored, or preserved as keepsakes. It remains a tangible piece of history, a golden disc that represents not only currency but also identity, culture, and cooperation. It carries Cervantes' legacy, the spirit of Spain, and the promise of a united Europe, all embodied in a coin small enough to rest in the palm of the hand.